Hi, my name's Joan Esposito. I live on Pine Street, 952 Pine. I'm curious because the area I live in has a lot of teardowns. As a matter of fact, I live in one that was a teardown a few years ago. And as I walk around the neighborhood, as I do a lot, it's not the pretty, nice, well-kept houses that are being torn down. It's the really small, poorly kept up, old, and sometimes decrepit houses that are being torn down. I mean, the cute houses, they can be sold, and they are being sold. And I, for one, even though I live in what seems to be the heart of tear-down land, I have no problem with that. And when even my neighbors, when I talked to them, and they said that the house that was on the lot where I was an ugly house. It was an old, ugly house. I talk with my neighbors all the time, the ones that live in even the nice older homes, and they're telling me about their leak problems and their mouse problems and the problems with having plumbing that's too old. You know, you're not going to find a good buyer for places like that. If this is a great community. If a house is saleable, it will sell. But you know, especially young couples coming in with kids, because we have such a great school system, they don't want to deal with outdated plumbing and bad electricity and, you know, houses that let in creatures. It would be really interesting, I think, before we get too far along in this process, if maybe the council did a study or had someone in the village look at which houses have been torn down in the last couple of years, and perhaps they were houses that we're better off without. And the new houses that have come in, even if they are a little bit bigger, they add to the tax base. I certainly pay a lot of property taxes, and I'm sure some of my other friends that live in the new houses do as well. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a living community. Sometimes the parts that are older need to be updated and replaced. And I just think that if you should take a look at what's been torn down and decide, were those really properties that you want to put so many restrictions on that we end up keeping them. Thanks.
Thank you.